Good Vach, this is Gabriel Jackson, and welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 77, part 3. Mitzvah Day keeps your soul in its way. Continuing with the mitzvah, the prohibition upon a judge to argue for conviction in capital cases after having first argued for acquittal. And we are going to dedicate tonight's mitzvah for the safety of the Jewish people, especially in Israel. The Chinuch lists the second of the 4 judicial actions prohibited by this verse. Also included in this very mitzvah prohibition is that a judge who advances an argument for acquittal in a capital case may not change his argument and advance an argument for conviction. This law may be seen in the verse's statement, quote, "Do not declare upon a grievance by turning." That is to say, your word shall not change in an attempt to turn him, the defendant, from acquittal to conviction. The Chinuch now lists the 3rd judicial action forbidden by the verse. Similarly included in this prohibition is the law that we do not open the deliberations in capital cases with arguments for conviction. The explanation of the verse that results in this law emerges as follows. Do not declare your words upon the grievance by turning. That is, your opening words of argument should not be to turn the defendant toward conviction. The verse is explained in this manner because we must perforce explain this prohibition as referring to the beginning of the deliberations regarding the case. Since it is impossible to say that the verse forbids declaring an argument for conviction at any point during the case, for if it were so, then no person would ever be convicted. That is, although the verse does not indicate that it forbids such argument only at the beginning of deliberations, it must be so understood, for a blanket prohibition on advancing arguments for conviction would result in no person ever being convicted. The Chinuch presents the 4th judicial action forbidden by the verse. We likewise learn from this prohibition that we are not to begin deliberations in capital cases with the words of the preeminent judge. Rather, a less eminent judge than him should state his view first. The Chinuch explains how this prohibition is derived from the verse. It should be noted that above, the word ta'aneh was translated as declare, but according to the following exposition, the word is translated as respond. In this derivation, the words, "you shall not respond upon a grievance," are to be understood as if they said, "you shall not respond to a master." The indication to interpret the verse thus is because the word riv, which according to the plain meaning of the verse connotes grievance, is written in its incomplete form, lacking the letter yud, as we mentioned the other day. This indicates that we are to expound it as reading rav, master. According to this interpretation, the intention of the verse is to say, you, the judge, shall not respond to the argument of the preeminent judge, who is the master. Rather, he shall respond to you. For you, i.e. one of the lesser judges, shall speak first in the deliberations. The reason for this prohibition is that the other judges should not rely upon the preeminent judge when issuing their opinions. We will continue with this mitzvah, God willing, tomorrow. Thanks for listening to the sponsor feature mitzvah 36-100 for the gold. We have a while to go, but we'll get there. Bye-bye.